With Burnley round the corner, Liverpool are back in training. We've got the visuals, people. We've got the visuals. Slight concern with a little injury update. And Slot has spoken on the Chiesa situation where it comes to being left out of the Champions League. Sit back, relax, people. Big up yourselves. Morning meetup show. Let's do this.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
See, now you're tuning in. It's the main free back again. Ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions. We the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap. And Drifty go on telling this is that, this is that. This is Kop-ish. This is Kop-ish. Reppin' Liverpool to the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-ish. This is Kop-ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now and watching. Welcome to Kopish Morning Meetup, and big up your damn selves every time. A little later than normal, guys. Morning has been very hectic, and I'm not going to lie to you, the news is quite scarce. You already know we will be back at 1:30 with our Kopish collab show, where I'm sure everything's going to get wild and crazy. So make sure you join us for that one, people. But how's everyone doing? Big up yourselves each and every time. And let's get into this one. Now, I'm not even going to lie. This photo here, this ain't even news, but this warmed my heart considerably. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Boom! Come on. Come on. Was it always meant to be? Was it always meant to be? Is it? Oh, my days. Do you know what's crazy as well, yeah? From the first kind of like view, we're looking at, and like it's amazing to have them both in our team, right? Obviously. But you know, from them two's point of view, they're probably thinking, well, you're the hardest opponent I have in the league, and now I don't have to play against you anymore. That makes it great. Everybody knows Isak gave Van Dijk the most problems, and Van Dijk obviously will give Isak the most problems. It's like, it kind of like, you know what I mean? They don't have to give each other problems anymore. Now they're just together. Let it all work out. Do you know what I'm saying? Let it all work out. So I think they're probably relieved and joyed all at the same time that they're now, you know what I mean, compadres, teammates. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that is a beautiful sight to behold. Big up yourself, Prince. Yeah, man. You know, we're trying to do our thing. We're trying to get to the World Cup for the first time since 1998. You know what I'm saying? So, reggae boys, come on, man. We can do this. But yeah, very, 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 very happy with this one, people. And I'm sure I can see from the comments, everybody's seen it already as well. So big up, big up, big up. As you can see as well, guys, the best football shirts at the best price as well. This video is brought to you by okjersey.com. Hope everybody's been over there already. If you haven't, make sure you get over there. Quality, absolute quality. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to revealing to you guys some of the shirts that I got. Yeah, man, it's like, it's just crazy just how good Liverpool's kits are this year. Like, I cannot get over the collection just being on the money the way it is. Like, Adidas hit the nail on the head. They absolutely hit the nail on the head. So get over there, people. Make sure you do. And don't forget to use the code Kop-ish for an extra 8% off, people. Make sure you do that. Every little helps. Every little helps. Even though it's already an incredible deal that you're getting over there, every little helps. So make sure, use that code Kop-ish and you will get an extra 8% off. And obviously as well, guys, it will let them know that you came through us, to know that our community supports, and, you know, to keep the sponsorship going, guys. So big up yourselves to everyone. Right. Moving past that absolutely brilliant image right there. Moving on to some news. Now, I'm going to play a little snippet of what Arnie said. Not too much. I don't want to go too far in terms of, getting in thingy. But I'm just going to play a little bit for you guys in case anyone hasn't seen it.
And I just wondered how Chiesa has reacted to not being selected in the Champions League squad.
Of course, that is one of the most difficult things you have to do as a manager. For a player not to play is not always easy to tell him, but not to be in the squad is always more difficult. And I just explained to him why we made this choice. And of course, he wasn't happy with that, but I think he understood my arguments. That's not to say that he agreed with them, but he didn't tell me, by the way, that he didn't agree with them. But he gave the answer you want to hear from a player, that he will be there to help the team in all the cups and in the league. And that's one thing to say, but I think he also showed this because he wasn't selected, but he worked really hard in these days to be ready for the upcoming games. And that is even more important than what a player tells you.
And that was everything that you need to know about Federico, the Italian stallion, Chiesa. And this is the reason why, regardless of whether people think Slot is going to trust him or whatever, I've always said it. And I know sometimes people come at me a little bit and be like, nah, Drift, but you can't just keep somebody around for that reason and et cetera, et cetera. And to a degree, sometimes I totally understand. And I do get where you lot are coming from when you say that. But from my opinion, and I've said this before, that is the reason why you win big trophies, or that's why you win trophies, period. It is because you have a squad where you have players. And remember, it isn't always just about talent. It isn't always just about talent. It is also about mentality. People cannot downplay mentality. If you go and look at what's happening at Man United, for a large part, I think what the problems are mental and poor professionalism issues. Players come in, they're mercenaries. All they care about is money. They don't really care. They fall out with the manager. There's all these divides in the players. Look what happened when the whole Jota thing happened. You saw the world come together and you saw everybody, you know what I mean? But at that point, look how much it showed the togetherness of our squad. And again, sometimes a tragedy like that might give a false sense of, what it is. But I think we all knew. And that's why we've been affected so much by it, that we aren't just a bunch of players that are just there to collect paychecks. We are a family. And that is the reason why we're also devastated, not just because of how horrible it is, not just because we have the empathy and the understanding of what his family must be going through and we're feeling it for them, but because we know how much he meant to everyone, how much he meant to us, because we are that type of club. And if you come to Liverpool, you get a mentality check. Let's keep it a buck. You get a mentality check. They don't just check you as a player. Klopp's even alluded to this in the past. They check what you're like as a person. You need to be the right fit mentally and physically. And I'm telling you now, this man is the type of player, him, Endo. There are loads of players who I've always said when people have been like, Drift, man, what? Elliott was one. Do you know what I mean? When they're in the squad, look what Slot said. He gave the right answer. The next training session, he tried his hardest. He didn't strop. He didn't mope. He didn't throw his toys out the pram. He didn't let his ego get in the way. He didn't do any of that shit. He took it like a man, pause, and he got on with it. He got on with it. And I've watched inside training and he looks good. And you know what? He said, I'm here to help for the cups, Gaff. We want to win more than one trophy this season. And we got Federico balling out in the FA Cup, in the League Cup, maybe even forcing his way into the Champions League squad for the next round if we get through. You know what I'm saying? And he'll come off in the Premier League and make impact. He's already made an impact. Off the bench, opening game, bang, winning goal. Like, I love Federico, man, and I'm happy he's here. I'm happy he stayed. And players like him, Joey, Endo, the mentality of these guys, the way these guys are so professional. And then when they come on, they do a job. These are the type of people that allow you to win trophies and get you through. So I'm over the moon that he stayed, and I'm over the moon that he's taken it well as a professional, and he's, you know what I mean, and he's that guy. And I'm sure Slot kind of did feel bad about doing it. So big up Chiesa, man. Big up Chiesa, and I'm sure that he will definitely play a major part this season. In terms of, like, I'm sure there's he's already, you know, he's already played a big part without winning goal, and so we can go 3-3. And I'm sure he will get to a point where he will be in that scenario again, where he's helped out and he's scored or he's assisted or he's done something to help us, man. So big up Fedi, man, and big up Slot for actually addressing it as well, because it must have been quite tough to actually speak about letting him leaving him out. You know what I mean? Moving on to probably the most significant news right now as well, guys. There is an update, and it's an injury update. Curtis Jones suffers an injury. Curtis Jones has been ruled out of Liverpool's trip to Burnley, having previously been expected to start, and Arne Slot provided this update during the press conference. I'll be honest with you guys. I kind of had a feeling he probably was going to start, you know. McAllister coming back from international duty, not fully fit. You know, one or two other issues. Are we going to have a right back? Is Szoboszlai going to be playing at right back again, which still leaves space in the midfield? There's quite a few questions, and a lot of that was, you know, does that mean that he will play? So this is kind of a bit of a blow in terms of overall. It obviously weakens the bench. Remember, Jones has come off the bench quite a few times to very good effect as well. Another one of the professionals who's good to have in the squad in terms of making sure that we you know, that we can maintain this run and try to win multiple trophies this season. So yeah, I think this is a little bit of a blow. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere what the actual injury is. Here's a quote, says Curtis Jones, of course, I don't know if you knew, got injured in the last game, so he would not be available. So it wasn't even in training. He got injured in the game. I didn't know that. I don't think anybody knew that. So yeah, it is a little bit of a conundrum. Just a little bit. I can't lie. We can't act like it's not. It's good that Frimpong is back though. It's good that Frimpong is back. Anyone who watched that under the inside training, obviously Frimpong was one of the ones that was still there during the international break. And yeah, it's good to have him back. But again, we don't know if he'll start. We don't know what the situation is. Mods, I beg you guys, get on this as well. I don't know what's going on with this, but obviously I'm trying to, yeah. So Mods, big up Mods. If you could get on that. A couple people aren't Mod. Do you know what? Let me, yeah, afterwards I'll try Tingbers. I didn't know some of you guys aren't. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you're watching afterwards as well, how you feel about this one, if you think this is a blow. And again, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, we should beat them and whatnot. But this is the Premier League. Football's football, man. You know what I mean? And you never know. You absolutely never know. So let's not take them for granted. That's definitely what we shouldn't be doing. Every game we've got to go into with respect and get the job done. And on the quotes as well, big up Connor as well. Says, have you seen what Slot said about Guehi? I feel very optimistic he becomes a Liverpool player. Yeah, I saw a quote, I think I did, from the things he said about Guehi. I think Guehi's going to be a Liverpool player as well, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And obviously, I'm not going to get complacent with the fact that he could go somewhere else. So I'm going to try and forget about the Guehi stuff for now and just concentrate. When we get closer to January, we'll get back into that and then we'll start trying to assess it. But yeah, I do believe that would massively impact the squad. You lot already know how happy I would be if we got him, because I think he's one of the best players, one of the best defenders in the world, and definitely in the Premier League. So I'll be super excited if he comes to Liverpool. And I think the way we've spoken about, even the fact that Slot actually spoke about it, maybe even that said, I mean, I know everybody knows because obviously the situation is, you know, if he's speaking about it, he's kind of being open, right? Like he's literally being open about it and being like, yeah, that is the situation. That was what it was going to be. We were going to get him, etc., etc. So, yeah, hopefully that means that we will go back in for him. And I hope he's a Liverpool player. I really, really do. Another piece of news as well, just before I leave you guys this morning. Again, remember, guys, we will be back at 1:30 for Kopish collab. So make sure you're back here for that one. Little quote as well. On obviously the contribution of Elliott. Now he is an Aston Villa player. He was always doing what was best in the interest of the club. He deserves a big compliment for that. Again, one of the other people. You lot know how much I rate Harvey. I love the kid, and it must have been really, really difficult for him to actually leave Liverpool. And he's one of those players you need around. You know, he's come off of the bench numerous times and helped us to win the game, get a goal, get an assist, help to get control back in the game, whatever it may be. And his professionalism was right up there, man. So again, this is one of those people that I'm talking about, guys, when I say like you need these people in your squad. But I do understand that at his age now, it's time for him to go and play. He's 22 now. He does need game time. He does need to play regularly. He can't just always be on the bench. That's the only way he's going to grow as a player. And his talent deserves him to start, right? So you know what I mean? I'm going to be in his corner. I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm always going to follow his career now. I'm always going to hope he does well unless he's playing against Liverpool. And he's one of us, man. And he got to live out the dream we all wish we could. And I rate him for that. And I'm so happy that he got to do that. And big up to Elliott, man, on his new pastures. And I'm going to end on this really weird one, guys. And this one is more because I want people to talk about this in the comments. More so than we getting this conversation going live, because I'm not going to be around long enough for this conversation to pick up steam in the live. But guys, I don't know if you lot saw this stuff going around. I still don't even know how true this is, but Liverpool apparently in 2004 explored the idea of doing a direct exchange with Man City. The proposal, according to reports, would have meant that Luis Diaz would have gone to the Etihad and then Alvarez would have come to Anfield. What do you lot think if this is true? Because I've seen this, but from more than one source as well. What do you lot think it is? I personally wouldn't have wanted to do it in terms of I don't want to lose Diaz. I didn't want to lose Diaz this summer. I wouldn't have wanted to lose him last summer. But you lot know Alvarez is my guy. I wanted Alvarez more than Isak because that is how highly I rate Alvarez. And Alvarez would have been an unbelievable addition to the Liverpool team. Oh, my days. Cooked. He would have absolutely cooked. What would we have felt like if that had happened, though, guys? So get this conversation going in the comments afterwards, guys, and let me know. What would we have done? How would we have felt? Would it have been traitorish on both sides? How would we have felt about Diaz? Do you think Diaz would have suited the way Man City play? How happy would you have been if we'd have got Alvarez? Let me know, guys. I can even see a couple people now that are saying that maybe we wouldn't have bought Isak if we'd done that. I'll be honest with you, guys. If that had been a straight swap at the time, or there'd have been a small amount of money that would have been involved, it could have meant that we would have got Isak and Alvarez, guys. Because remember, Alvarez could play left. He can play 10. Maybe it would have meant we didn't buy Verts. Maybe then it would have been Alvarez would have gone into the 10 and Isak would have gone up front. I don't know. It's crazy. You never know. There's a lot of scenarios. That we don't know. What could have been, what, you know what I mean? But let me know, man. Let me know, people, in the comments afterwards. I can see a couple people. Some people are saying they don't rate him. Some people are saying that would have been worried. It would have meant that we wouldn't have got Isak. Some people are saying, yeah, I would have done it. Let me know, guys, in the comments afterwards, man. Let me know. Get the conversation flowing. Would you lot have done this? Would you have been happy about it? What do you think the situation would have been? But people, it's been a pleasure as always. I appreciate you guys for joining me on this Friday. Have a happy Friday. Hope you lot are all blessed. And we will be back at 1:30 with Kop-ish collab. We're going to have some fun with that one. You always know we do, people. So until then, make sure you got that notification on so you know when we're live. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And don't forget, altcakejersey.com for all your Liverpool needs. And even if you've got a family member that supports another club, and, you know, you're like me and my brother where, you know what I mean, the love is strong enough that we do buy each other the kit if need be. I'm actually wearing this season's kit because my brother bought me this kit for my birthday. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. So, yeah, man. Or was it Christmas? He might have bought it for me for Christmas, actually. But either way, he got me the top, and I got him one for his birthday. So yeah, man, even if you need some presents for family members, for other teams, go over and make sure you check it out, guys, using the code Kopish, which will get you an extra 8% off, and also let them know you came through us to keep the sponsorship going, which keeps the channel afloat, guys. Big up everyone. Smash the like button. We'll see you all at 1:30. Love as always, people. Until next time, peace.